I think I'm on. I think I'm live. 1 minute. Okay. Uh, I have no idea who's out there watching, but welcome to my first ever Google Hangout. I can see Dave down here. I don't know if anyone else can see Dave. 1 minute. There's a few of you joining me on screen here. I don't know how I can get you to. I don't know how I can get everyone else to see you. Okay, so I've got a few questions. First of all, let's start. I'm gonna retweet. If you're on Twitter, I'm gonna keep retweeting all the questions so you know what's been said. We're gonna start with Sandra's questions today. Sandra, big hi to Sandra as well. She's good support. Let's have a look. How many songs will my new album have? Sandra wants to know via Twitter. I have no idea. How many songs do you all think an album should have? Let me know. I think about 8, 10. You let me know. How many songs do you want? My album would probably be original songs, so I think about 8 to 10. But I'm happy to have your ideas. Okay, I'm gonna keep on with Sandra's questions till we get to the end of Sandra's questions. Can I make a cover of a Nick Howard song? Sure, why not? Maybe you could decide which one you think I should do. Let's have a look. Okay, Franzi on Twitter has asked me if you could come to Germany, which cities would you visit? I think if I went to Germany, I've never been before. The first city I'd go to is definitely the capital, because I presume that's where all the good stuff happens. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you could suggest where I should go in Germany. Where's good for music? I'm open to suggestion. I'd love to go to Germany one day in the near future. So I hope I've answered your question good enough there, Franzi. Let's have a look. Just gonna have a sip of my drink. English tea, if anyone's interested. Okay. Okay, another question from Sandra. Would you like to play in Spain and where? Spain is not that far from me. It's only about an hour and 10 minutes flight, so I'd love to play it in Spain anywhere. Can everyone hear me, by the way? Can everyone hear me? Maybe if you're on Google Plus, maybe just put in the chat that you can hear me okay. Oh, hi, who else have we got joining us here? Oh, Robert. You all right, Robert? I think I've got some of your questions. If this is the right Robert.
Yes.
Okay. I'll come to you next. So yeah, I would love to play in Spain. I'd play anywhere. I've already been to a lot of different places in Spain. I've been to, I'm trying to think, a lot of geography questions coming in tonight. You caught me off guard. But I'd play anywhere in Spain. I just love to play. I enjoy gigs in general. So whether it's Germany, Spain, I'd go absolutely anywhere. I guess I'd probably play a venue near to where Sandra is, so she could come and watch the show. Um, okay, moving on. Okay, Robert. Hi, Robert. You okay?
Yeah.
Where are you from, Robert?
Slovakia, Bratislava.
Wow, amazing. I can't believe I'm talking to you. It's brilliant. Okay, so Robert, I don't know if everyone can see Robert. Yeah, you can see Robert. This is Robert, everyone. 1 minute. I'm going to highlight Robert for everyone. Okay, you're going to. There's a bit of a delay actually, but Robert's going to be on the screen any second. Okay, so Robert has asked, how and when did you come up with the idea of contacting your potential fans via email? And is this on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just something I found really. I found out that you could message people on YouTube, so I thought it'd be a great idea to try and find other artists that are doing similar genres of music and kind of just poach them over to my channel, and maybe they would like what I'm doing as well. And so far it's been working really well, and I've got to meet a lot of different people as well from different countries, which has been amazing. So I can't believe how many people listen to my music from Brazil, Europe, and America, Australia, and Asia. It's really fantastic, and YouTube's definitely made me think of other places outside of where I live. So I hope that answers that question.
Okay.
What can we expect from you? So Robert wants to know what you can all expect from me in, kind of from February next year onwards. I'm currently making an album with a gentleman called Steve Power. Now, Steve Power has done some amazing things. He produced Gary Barlow's last album. What else has he done? He's done everything for Robbie Williams. Hopefully most people will know who Robbie Williams is. He did Angels, Let Me Entertain You, all that kind of music for Robbie, which was brilliant. So I've been writing music for a while now, and I'm actually in the studio January and February time recording that. I'm going to film loads of stuff, so everyone's going to be able to see everything, all behind the scenes. 1 second. So Robert says, in one of your videos, you talk about Westlife. Robert's been following Westlife's career for a while, for over 12 years. And he wants me to give a bit more information about what I've done with Westlife in my lifetime. Is that right, Robert?
Exactly.
Yeah. So obviously I've met all the guys from Westlife a few times over the years at various gigs. I must say as well, they're all very nice people, very down to earth. Shane in particular is an amazing singer. I've been to see him a few times as well. I supported Westlife back in about 2009, I think, on one of their arena shows in Great Britain. We have like stadiums here, so I kind of did say 6 or 7 songs before they came on, which was brilliant. Got a great reaction as well. Always enjoy a good Westlife crowd, and I'm actually doing a cover of a Westlife song soon anyway, Flying Without Wings. So if you are a Westlife fan, that's going to be coming up very soon.
First of their CDs.
Yes, yes, yeah. So, Robert, let me ask you a question. Do their CDs come out where you live, in the shops and stuff?
Say it again?
Do you buy their CDs where you live?
Yeah, of course.
Wow. And are they quite famous in your country?
Not so much, but I have all their CDs and DVDs.
Wow. Well, they're
By the
looking for.
way, they're amazing. The only
Yeah,
band boy who survived 12 years.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Couldn't agree more. Okay, last question from Robert. Am I planning to release on my solo album? Will there be covers or will it be my own music? I hope to have my own album. It will probably be my own music, and it won't be covers. I think it's important. I only actually do covers on YouTube to sort of draw attention to what I do as a singer, and not so much because that's what I want to do. I think any artist wants to do their own music, so that's kind of my end goal, really, do my own music. But to build up a fan base and to connect with people, I think covers are a good way of doing that, which proves, because you're all here now.
Your covers are excellent.
Thank you very much. I can't. This is the first time I've done anything like this, so it's actually I can't thank everyone enough for just being a part of this. I'm just going to refresh all my screens in case there's any more questions. 1 second. Okay, we got Amy as well. Amy has to be at work, everyone, in about an hour and a half, so she's stopping by. So a big hi to Amy. Okay, so how often, questions come in, how often do you film videos? At what age? Okay, so the first question is how often do I film videos? I don't think I film enough videos, to be honest. I'd like to try and do more. When I originally started recording songs on YouTube, I thought I could do one a week, but it hasn't kind of worked out that way, and it's averaged out about 2 a month. But I'm hoping to do one a week starting last week. I have a new video on YouTube on Tuesday, which is going to be an Elton John song, Your Song, and that's my next cover, and that will be on Tuesday. And then the week after that, I'm doing a song by Ella Henderson. I've got another One Direction song coming, and that's all I can say for now.
May I cut in?
Yes, Robert, how can we help?
By the way, how does it feel when your favorite band received a Brit Award? One Direction.
Okay, so One Direction. One Direction are my favorite band, by the way.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
But I do think One Direction are very talented, and I did listen to their new album, which is called Four. I think that they work very hard, and they do deserve the success they're having, and they've stuck together as well, which is it takes a lot for a band to stay together.
Does it
So
remind? Okay, go ahead. Does it remind you of your early start?
um, I think obviously what I experienced on television is kind of it's very small compared to what One Direction are doing. It's kind of a different league. They're kind of world famous, and they're so popular. I think their album was #1 in 100 countries. But I guess I wish that the boy band that I was in 12 years ago could have been as successful, but I don't think it was meant to be. And a lot of things were different back then. The internet wasn't really round, and there was no such thing as Google and MySpace and Facebook, so it was a lot harder to connect with people. And even what we're doing today wouldn't have been possible if there wasn't the internet. So does that answer your question?
Definitely.
Just a quick question to everyone. Can everyone hear me okay, or am I distorting at all?
You are fine.
It's all right.
You are fine here.
Okay, I've got some questions here. I'm sure I've seen one from Dave come up. Okay, so I'll get to Dave in a second. There's a question from Matt, Mattus, is that right? Mattus H. He's asked, what's my favorite song that I've ever covered? One of my favorite songs I've never actually covered on YouTube. I really like Frank Sinatra, My Way. That's one of my favorite all-time songs that I've never done. But the one of my favorite songs that I did for YouTube, I really enjoyed the Imagine Dragons stuff. That was really challenging, and I really enjoyed Story of My Life. One Direction was a good song to sing, so I'd probably say them. Okay, so Dave has asked. So now I've moved on from One True Voice. Do I still see the guys? Will you ever sing your hit on your own and cover that one? I don't think I'll. I don't think I'll. I don't think I will cover Sacred Trust unless you'd like me to. I might. I'll have a go, but I haven't. I've never thought about that. Do I still see the guys? I haven't seen the other members of One True Voice since about 12 years. I do speak to a few of them occasionally on Facebook, but not really. No, they're all kind of doing their own thing, got their own lives, and I know Keith has a baby now, and he's in LA. Not in LA. He lives in Chicago, I think, in the United States. So he's dead busy doing his own thing. But I would definitely speak to them again if I seen them on the street. I kind of have no problem with any of them. I don't think I get on that well with Daniel, if I'm honest. The way the band split up was it wasn't a good split really. So I don't think I probably wouldn't. I would speak to Daniel, but that would be the most awkward member for me. Marco B.
Hello.
Hey, you alright? And where's Marco from?
I am from Italy, Turin.
Wow. Ah, brilliant. Is it nice and warm over there at the moment, or is it cold?
Oh, it's not really for Turin. For now, it's good because we have this summer not very hot, so now we have not. It's not too cold, but for Turin, it's okay. About I think 20, 12 degrees.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
And did you have a question, or we just saying hello for now?
Oh, just say no. I have I have heard some song and I have watched some videos and I like it, so it's nice.
Wow. Okay. So I've just heard as well. Franzi on Twitter has recommended Berlin. Very good for musicians. And Sandra wants to have a cup of tea with me. Right, let's have a look.
I don't
Okay,
know where are you from?
where am I from? I was born in a place called Chester in the United Kingdom. It's about 1 hour from a big city called Manchester, and about half an hour from Liverpool, where the Beatles were born. So, and I still live there. The majority of my time, I still live there. So I've always kind of lived in the north of England. But the United Kingdom is such a small place, so we can get from one end of our country to the other in 6 hours, and that's nothing. So just gonna hello to DJ Teddy Bear. He's I see him on YouTube all the time. Let's have a look for some more questions. In fact, I've got some questions from Carolina from Brazil. She's another amazing person that is always on my YouTube, always on Twitter. So it's a shame she's not on the screen because I'd like to say hello. But her questions are... Oh, 1 second. Oh, she's on Twitter right now. Okay, so Carolina is from Brazil, and these are her questions. Do I have any new plans for gigs next year? Yes, I do, but unfortunately they are in the United Kingdom. I'm going to be doing some shows in February, which I haven't announced yet. They're going to be in Manchester, Newcastle, and London. So that's what I'm planning to do next year. I would love to come and gig around Europe, Germany, or Spain, or France, or Italy, anywhere, even right over to America. But it's just trying to find the right gigs, and obviously the cost involved of coming abroad is different. So I'm determined to make it over there one day. So, but for now we'll have to just deal with Google Hangouts and YouTube. Maybe I'll do a live show on the internet. Maybe we could do that. So these questions are all from Carolina. So I'm going to keep on with her questions for a minute. When does the new EP come out? Well, I'm trying to decide at the moment if the songs that I'm doing are going to be released as an EP, or I might do an album. So that's kind of up in the air at the moment. But I will keep releasing covers all the time. But for my original stuff, I'm kind of thinking like a proper single around April time next year. What singer would I like to collaborate with? That's difficult. That's a difficult question. I guess for me, I've always been a big fan of Robbie Williams when I was growing up, and I think if I ever got to sing with him, that would be something that I would remember for a long time to come. So I guess Robbie Williams would be maybe at the top of my list for collaborations, or somebody really big like Lionel Richie or Stevie Wonder, somebody like that maybe. How much do you think you've changed as an artist since Pop Stars The Rivals? Well, I've definitely aged. It's 12 years ago, so I'm 29 now. So at the time I was 16, just turning 17. And I think when you're 16 or 17, you can think that you're quite old, but actually you're not. And that's kind of what I've realized now, that when you're a musician, I do think you should just take your time, learn instruments, learn about songwriting, learn about recording, learn every aspect of being a musician, because it's all going to really help you. I hope my voice has developed a little bit since Pop Stars The Rivals. I think it's gone a bit deeper. So yeah, I definitely think I've changed. I think I realized what sort of artist I want to be. But when I auditioned for Pop Stars The Rivals, I was just kind of a young guy that just kind of wanted to live his dream, really. But I didn't have an interest in songwriting, or I just wanted to sing pop songs, really. So, what's my favorite song ever and why? That's really hard. That's a really hard question. I think I have favorite songs for different reasons. I would say, Frank Sinatra, My Way is one of my favorite songs. I don't know if it's my all-time favorite song, but it's definitely up there as one of my favorite songs. And it's worth mentioning as well, which not many people might know, I'm a big fan of musical theatre. So I love things like Les Miserables. There's a show called Wicked in London's West End, which is fantastic. I'm really big fan of musicals. So a lot of my favourite music is not even in the charts. Let's have a look here. Okay, so yes, come on, Robert.
Are you still active in music theatre?
No, I'm not. Last time I did a musical show, I think I was about 15, and it was the West End version of Oliver, and I played the Artful Dodger. That was the last time I stepped on stage in a theatre environment, and my vocal cords broke, so my voice used to be quite high, like a young boy's voice, and then it broke. So that when my voice broke, that took about a year. So I stopped musical theatre then, and that's when I found pop music. But I did audition for Pop Stars The Rivals a year later, so there wasn't much kind of gap.
Thank you.
No worries. Another question I have is, if I wasn't a musician or singer, what would you like to be? It's very difficult because I found out that I really loved music when I was 11. So before that, I was kind of just doing, stuff that a normal kid of 10, 11 years old does. I used to just kind of play with my friends. But when I discovered music when I was 11, kind of all changed for me. I stopped doing other things, and I just focused on music. And when some people might be playing, football in the park, I was kind of singing at a local theatre company, trying to be on stage. So I actually couldn't imagine being anything else in my life other than doing music. Every time I've tried to do something else, I find that I can't do it because I'm drawn back to being involved with music, even if there's times when I don't enjoy it. Or one second there. Oh,
Hello.
one second, folks. I can hear somebody.
I know, you can. Too nosy.
I can hear somebody on camera here. Vicky B.
Yes.
I'm just gonna turn you down for a second, Vicky.
Right.
1 second, because I can hear your living room. 1 second. Vicky B, if you write a question in the chat box, I'll turn you up in a minute. Just bear with me. Oh, hang on. Turn Robert back on. Okay, so I kind of forgot where I was. Oh yeah, so basically, no, I can't do anything bar music. Music's all I can do. I can't imagine doing anything in life bar music. I really enjoy art, so I quite enjoy drawing, anything to do with arts. So, okay, now the most important question from Carolina is when will I come to Brazil? Well, I'd come to Brazil tomorrow, but at the moment, I just don't think I have enough people over there to fill a room. But if I did, I would come over there immediately. I'm going to just refresh all the pages to get some new questions. So 1 second, folks. Okay. All right. So this question comes from a guy. You might, in fact, most people on here won't know this guy, but his name's Matty Pop. Matty Pop. Well, his name's Matthew actually, but he calls himself Matty Pop. His Twitter is MattyPop39.
DJ from Netherlands. Am
Sorry?
I right? DJ from the Netherlands.
No, not this guy.
Not this guy. Okay, sorry.
But this guy, Matty Pop, he actually followed me, but he kind of supported me when I was in Popstars Arrivals when I was 17, and he still, to this day, kind of checks up on what people are up to, and he's still hanging around, which goes to show how important proper fans are and proper sort of supporters are. An artist really is absolutely nothing without people that support them. So his question is, how does it feel knowing Popstars Arrivals is so long ago? Am I still in touch with anyone? Yeah, so obviously I've already mentioned about on Facebook that I still see them here and there. Popstars Arrivals for me, the question is, how does it feel knowing it's so long ago? It's hard to answer really. I don't think about it too much because I've actually done more this side of my life than I did before Popstars Arrivals. So it's just so long ago that I guess I've moved on from it now. Obviously it was a big thing in my life and it's something I'll never forget. but it's definitely something I don't think about too much. It was a great experience, and I can't believe how fast time goes. Time just seems to fly. You know, I still feel 18 sometimes, and I have to remind myself that, you know, time does move on. You need to get a house, and you've got to earn money, and you have to start a family one day, and that kind of thing. Vicky B, can you hear me? No, I can't hear Vicky B. Okay. So yeah, Matt, I hope that answers your question, Matty Pop. Good guy. Let's have a look. I'm staying on Twitter for a minute. Please use the hashtag on Twitter, Matt Johnson Hangout, because it just Matt Johnson Google Hangout, because I can just see the tweets a bit quicker. Okay, so Luke. I don't know where Luke's from. I'm going to answer Luke's question. Hey Matt, what do you want or hope to do with your channel in the future? By the way, I love your EP. My goal is just to be the biggest YouTube channel in the world, but it's not going to happen. But that's my goal. So I hope for the future to keep making music on YouTube. I hope to keep connecting with people right around the world, not from just Britain. It's actually exciting for me to meet people and connect with people from Europe, and some of my biggest support has been outside the United Kingdom. And I think my goal is to just keep connected with people, try my hardest to be able to answer questions and talk to people and not forget who the real fans are. So that's kind of my goal, and to get more subscribers, of course, because subscribers do help view count. It helps your video be found on YouTube. So I try my hardest to try and get subscribers for that reason. Let's go over to YouTube for a bit. Where are we up to? Somebody has a friend in Manchester. That's not far from me. I have another laptop here and an iPad, so I'm just kind of. Hi, John. John's just joined us, so big hi to John on YouTube. John's another great supporter. He's always there. Somebody's asked if I can come to Switzerland. This is just another place that I hope to go. I want to come absolutely everywhere in Europe. So, you know, anywhere in Europe I want to go. So, another question. Hey Matt, do I know where Holland is? I do know where Holland is, and I've been to Holland many times, more than 3 or 4 times. One of my favorite places. I wrote some songs in Holland, and I've actually there's a guy. He came second on The Voice of Holland, and he's actually singing one of my songs. That's his single. I'm going to get the name of it. I'm just on Spotify now. 1 second. So this is quite a new thing. Okay, so there's a guy that's from Holland called Chris Hordick, spelled Hordijk, and he has a song called Is This Love? And that's a song I wrote. So he's from Holland, and apparently he was on The Voice, and this song is going to be one of his singles. So I do know Holland and the Netherlands, and it's a beautiful place, and I know I will be back there very soon, because I do songwriting with quite a few Dutch writers. Hello, Vicky B. She's back. Quick note to Vicky B. Oh, she's gone again. If you come on the actual screen, please bring some headphones. Okay, Sandra's got some. Oh, hang on. Okay, so Franzi has asked, what do I do on rainy days? Do I make music, or do I sit on the sofa with a cup of tea? And watch a movie? I'm actually quite a big movie fan. I actually have a cinema pass. Right, Vicky, have you got a pair of headphones? You need to put some headphones in, Vicky, because I can hear. Well, I'm going to have to just mute Vicky for a minute. Let me stop it. One second. Okay, so so yes, on rainy days I do make music. Whilst having a cup of tea, and then I come upstairs and I watch a film. But I love going to the cinema. I watch a lot of films at the cinema. So I hope that answers your question. I'm gonna retweet a question every time I've answered it, so everyone knows what question I've answered. Sandra has asked, have you ever listened to Spanish music? And she's recommended somebody for me. I have listened to some Spanish music, and I think it's very romantic. I don't speak Spanish, so maybe it just sounds romantic to me, but maybe they could actually be singing about anything, but for me it sounds romantic. I love Spanish music. I also really like Spanish guitar as well. It's got a great sound to it. More questions. By the way, Matthew on the screen, I can call him Matthew. He's from Germany. And his question, so Matthew from Germany has a question, which is, how do you, oh right, okay, so he wants to know how I got into music, I think is the question. My dad owns a caravan park, or he did when I was 11, and he used to have a DJ in the caravan park that would do like a karaoke night, and I just got up and sang a karaoke song, and I thought, wow, I like this is fun, and I'd never sang before, so I kept doing that for a few months, and then my grandma got me on an audition for a local theatre show, and I went along to the audition and I got the part, and that is the first time that's one of the first times I stepped on stage.
No, keep on away.
1 second, folks. There we go. So that's one of the first times I stepped on stage, and once I stepped on stage I was really hooked, and I never wanted to not be on stage again. So yeah, there's the answer to the question there for Matthew from Germany. Okay, let's have a look. What's my favorite movie? They're really hard questions. I think it depends what genre. I really like, I hope everyone's seen Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey. That's amazing. In fact, I like all Jim Carrey films. Very big Jim Carrey fan. What else do I like? There's a brilliant film called The Wolf of Wall Street, which is not that old. That was one of my favorite films I've ever seen. If I could be anyone, I would be the guy that is the Wolf of Wall Street. That's what job I'd do if I wasn't doing singing. Matty Pop's coming back for more questions. Okay, he wants to know if I still know any fans that were fans or supported me during Popstars The Rivals. Well, Matty Pop is one. There's a few, obviously Katie, which you know, Amy, Becky, all the kind of people that have hung around. So I don't see them, but I hear of them, and I see them on Facebook and Twitter, which is good. Okay, so see if I've got any more questions on YouTube, because I haven't been on that for a while. Hi Vicky B, can you hear me? Let me see if I can get Vicky B on screen. Let's have a look. 1 second, folks. No. No Vicky B. Don't forget you can write your questions here as well in the chat. Technology.
Kevin.
Yes, Robert.
So, how did you get to the first audition for musical theatre?
Well, it was in 1998, I think. Or maybe, no, it was 1996. And this is when people used to put adverts in a newspaper. We don't do that anymore because of the internet. But my grandma seen an advert for a local theatre company that wanted to find people between 8 years old and 14 to be in a local production of a musical show, and I just went along to the audition, and I got the part. It was the first audition I went for.
So she got you enrolled for the audition?
Yeah,
grandma?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And then when I was in that show, I met other people that did musical theatre, and then I joined a drama group on like a local theatre group. Like I used to go like every Friday, and I'd find out about auditions that way, and it kind of just progressed. I just kept hearing of other auditions, and then a few years down the line, I started attending auditions in London for some of the West End shows, and I was really lucky. I just got the part.
I think I can tell for the others, we are glad that it happened.
Well, thank you. Okay, so let's, yeah, YouTube is good. So I'm going to keep with Twitter because it's very busy. So, okay, so another question. What instruments do I play, and which is my favorite? I started learning piano and keyboards when I was about 12. I did it for a few years, and then I became self-taught. So I haven't been doing it. 1 second. I'll turn Dave down a bit. Hi, Dave. Sorry. So yeah, I started playing guitar for a while as well. So I think my main instrument is piano, but I am learning guitar quite heavily, which I would hope to be my main instrument in a year or so. So guitar is my favorite, but I would say I'm better on piano than guitar. Cool. Next question. Okay, so Sandra has asked, any chance for a stage at concert? I'm not sure what that means, Sandra. So you're gonna have to tweet me again. I don't know. Okay, Vicky on Twitter has asked, do I have a phobia? Yes, I hate spiders. Oh, thanks, Dave, by the way, for gigs and tours. Yeah, I absolutely hate spiders. I don't really like bugs or things with crawly legs. I'm not petrified, but I just don't really like them. I don't like moths either. I just don't. I prefer bigger things like I love dogs. I have a dog. I could show you all my dog if you want me to go and get him. Let's have a look. So yeah, so Vicky, spiders is the main one, I think. Is the main one I don't like. So yeah, bugs. Don't like bugs. Let's make sure I've got some new ones on here. Sorry about that. Dave. Sorry about that. Dave's back, everyone. So will I do Elton John then? Do you mean a cover, Dave? Do you mean will I do an Elton John cover? Yes, I'm doing a cover of your song, and it'll be on YouTube on Tuesday. So that's that. I hope that answers your question, Dave. Right, where are we? Vicky, everyone, by the way, Vicky, she thought of the phobia question because there was a wasp in her room. And where's Vicky from? Whereabouts? Tweet me, Vicky. Where are you from? Okay. Carolina has asked if there is an X Factor person that I like on this year's X Factor in Britain. There's a guy, I think his name is Stevie Rich. He's like a silly act. His name's Stevie, I think. He's not a great singer, but he does entertain me. I find him very funny. Singing wise, the guy called Andreas, he's a pretty good singer, so he seems to be very popular. But the guy Stevie makes me laugh more, so I'm gonna have to go with him. Okay, so just to let everyone know, we've got 5 minutes left, and then I'm gonna have to hang up. So if there is any questions, fire them over as soon as. Okay, so yes, so Carolina, I hope that answered your question. I've missed a lot of X Factor this year, actually. In fact, there was a guy on X Factor this year called Jay James, which the guitarist that plays on my acoustic covers is his guitarist as well. So Dave wants to know, why has it took you so long to get back? Do you mean to put music out again? Is that what you mean, Dave? I've been making music all my life. I just haven't put it online. I just I guess it's hard to answer. I think the technology wasn't there, you know, 3 or 4 years ago. You know, things like Google Hangouts and Twitter, and there's so many ways to connect with people now. So I just thought last year I really wanted to, you know, share with people music again. And my original music wasn't ready to kind of show people. So I thought in the meantime I could just sing some cover songs and people can still enjoy my voice and follow what I do while behind the scenes I'm making my own music. So I don't really know why I haven't put out music for so long. I wish I started on YouTube 3 or 4 years ago, but some of the technical things that I use to edit my videos and some of the software wasn't around there. So it's I think it's the right time for me now. I hope that answers your question. Let's have a look here on Twitter. Twitter seems to be the quickest way to submit questions tonight.
May I?
Go for it, Robert.
So what about Gary Barlow? It was the cover version that you contacted me on the email. Do you consider some duet with him?
I don't think I've never met Gary Barlow.
Yeah, but you did his cover version since I saw you last.
Yeah. So I did that song. 1 second. Somebody's microphone's going a bit crazy. There we go. So yeah, I covered Since I Saw You Last because I thought it was a great song. Gary Barlow, obviously an amazing songwriter, very talented guy. He's been in music a long time as well. He's got a very good voice. He's very technically good as well. He really understands music and how to put it together. And the guy that I'm actually recording my album with recorded that song with Gary Barlow as well. So it's going to be good.
Do you remember he had his downs for quite a long time?
Yeah, and he had a really tough time, you know. Especially, obviously, Take That were a massive band. You know, they had countless #1s and stadium tours, so I'm sure when Take That finished in the late 90s that he found it really tough, really hard. But he's come back stronger than ever now.
Yeah, he released 2 solos, and the second one, it was just poor him, but he's back stronger than ever.
Do you like Gary Barlow fan?
I'm a huge fan of Gary Barlow, and I definitely love his duet with Agneta Felskog. I'm ABBA crazy.
Brilliant. Cool. Okay, so. All right. Okay, so Sandra, thank you for helping me out. So Sandra wants to know if I would do an online concert. Yeah, why not? I'm sure it's something I can look into. It's the only way I can get to see everyone and perform for everyone at the moment. So that's something I would definitely do. And she also wants to know, do I like Tarantino movies? Absolutely. Some of my favorite movies are by that director. Some absolutely fantastic. There's one I really like, and I can't think of the name. It's maybe you all can help me out. There's a girl and a boy, and they fall in love, and they're in like a hotel scene, and everyone gets shot, but they manage to escape. I can't remember the name. I think it's like Bad Romance or True Romance or something like that. Does anyone know the name of that film? Maybe we'll get that in a minute. I think it could be Bad Romance, but that's one of my favorites. Great question there. Okay, Franzi wants to know, do I have any questions for you? Okay, so how often do you think somebody should upload a video to YouTube? That's my question to everyone. So you can either reply to me on Twitter, or if you want to. In fact, I've got Robert here on the speaker. Once a month. Once a month from Dave. What do you think, Robert?
Sorry, I missed that one.
How often should someone upload a song to YouTube?
Okay, can you be more specific? I don't understand the question.
Okay, so how often should a singer release a music video on YouTube? How frequently?
In your case, the more often the better.
Good answer. Good answer. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up now. But Carolina wants to know, do I enjoy reading books? Books is a sore subject for me, actually. I don't read any books, which I know a lot of people think is sad. But I enjoy music and I enjoy movies too much. And I've never actually been an amazing reader. That's something you should know about me. I don't think I have the patience to read a book. I like to do things fast, and I like to get all the information as soon as possible. So I don't actually read any books. I don't think I've ever read a book from start to finish. Okay. Okay, I'm going to answer the last questions on YouTube. Cassie. Hello, Cassie, out there. She wants to know, how long have you had an interest in music? 18 years. That's when I first started, 18 years ago. DJ Teddy wants to know if I'll be singing in the US. I hope so. The USA is one of the best countries you can ever visit, and there's so many places to go. I'm in New York in 2 weeks from now, which is going to be fun. Might even do a bit of filming, show you all what I've been up to. Julie says hi. Hi, Julie. I actually performed a wedding last night, and Amy wants to know, did I have a good time? I did. Amy's a singer, by the way. She came up to me at the end, and she had a great night. So hi, Amy. Okay, last two questions. I'm just reading it. how old was I when I started playing instruments? And what was your inspiration? I started playing instruments when I was about 12 or 13, but I wasn't very good. So the first time I ever picked up an instrument was when I was 12. But I'd probably say that I've only started really progressing with instruments in the last few years. So I kind of didn't bother for a while. And my inspiration, I've never had an idol. I've never actually had an idol that inspired me to be a singer. One of the most people, my parents, have encouraged me the most to do music. I think my mum and dad have been really supportive, even when I was very young, kind of like 11. They would take me to rehearsals, and it costs a lot of money as well to try and be in music when you're a kid. So I'd probably say my parents did the most for me when I was young. So I'd probably say them. Okay, so folks, I'm gonna leave it there. I just want to say I actually can't believe you're all here and you've all come to say hello. I'm gonna definitely do one of these next month as well. Maybe we could do like a Christmas one, and everyone could kind of put on like a Christmas hat, make it a bit more fun. In fact, I think you can get like little things that you put on your Google Effects. Where is it? Oh yeah. So I can put stuff on like this. Does anyone see that? Yeah. So okay. Well, I just want to say thank you to everyone for being part of my first ever Google Hangout. I can't say how much I appreciate the support. It really does mean a lot. You've been fantastic. Everyone that supported and watched the videos and left comments. Please just try and keep sharing my music. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you very much. And thanks to everyone that joined in on the webcams as well, down below. It's great to see some faces. Next Google Hangout, please try and come on screen with me, because I do want to see more people's faces. So take care. Much love. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, all the best.
Bye-bye.